cup of coffee in the big time, yeah. Cup of coffee in the big time, because you'll never get closer than now. Cream of the crop. What's up, fam of Liberty? And also everyone else who's watching this video who isn't following our channel for some unknown, mystifying reason. It's your boy Big Sarge, the artist formerly known as Admin Tim. I'm the founder of the Sons of Liberty social media organization that's been steadily enraging MAGA fuckface ass clowns since about 2015, and more recently, some super woke leftists who thought I was just going to ignore all their bullshit too. And since some of y'all stumbled across my most recent video and were like, but Sarge, what does that mean? I'm going to get into that in a little bit. For everyone else, if you saw us out in the streets at a protest for the first time or you're new to our channel, I know what you might be thinking, despite the shirt, so let me go ahead and get this out of the way. Fuck Donald Trump. Fuck neo-Nazi little immigrant Elon Musk. Fuck GOP politicians. Fuck all these establishment Democrats that aren't out there in the streets fighting for us tooth and nail. And also, fuck the billionaires, the wealth hoarders that have their fucking boots on the neck of just about every American citizen. Neither this channel nor its comment sections are a safe space for bootlicking simps for a Russian asset, adjudicated rapist, convicted felon, Wish.com fascist oligarch, warmongering failed insurrectionist, wannabe authoritarian tyrant, or his sugar daddy, the world's biggest supervillain, drug addict, thin-skinned, beta bitch-made man-child cuck idiot from South Africa that nobody fucking elected. Now you know where I stand on things, so if you're still here and you're not frantically rage typing into my comments box like a triggered snowflake who's ass mad about the fact that you thought I was MAGA, and then I said fuck Donald Trump and fuck MAGA, and then you got all super offended like the triggered snowflake that you are, so you decided to post dumb shit in my comments for me to reflexively tell you about how I banged your mom, then maybe consider following the channel after you watch this video and deciding whether or not you like the cut of my jib. If you hear a bunch of noise in the background like you do on a couple of my videos, that's probably my cat Mikey, who runs around the house like he's on crack, and he's got this little round thing that's got a little ball in a track. It's got catnip in the center, and he gets into that, and it's like a little fucking particle accelerator, and he's making all this fucking noise in the background, but I'm not going to tell my cat to stop having fun. What kind of fucking asshole am I? Don't answer that. Up front, every Tuesday, the Sons of Liberty does a live stream on our YouTube and Facebook. Sometimes, very rarely, we also do live streams on Thursday nights. Tomorrow night, we've got Andrew, the angry bartender, on our live stream. This coming Thursday, we've also got Iowa State Senator Zach Wall on our live stream. Zach is running for U.S. Senate in Iowa. If you didn't know, Iowa's two senators right now are Chuck Grassley, a bloviating, doddering old establishment Republican who will either do what Donald Trump tells him to do, or more often than not, he does what his corporate overlord masters pay him to do. The other Iowa senator is Joni Ernst, a walking, talking MAGA shill and bootlicker who hopes to avoid being turned into a Handmaid's Tale baby factory by becoming one of their most ardent fascists. Anyway, we'll talk with Zach for about half an hour on Thursday this week. This past weekend, I was down in Beaufort, South Carolina, doing some filming for the Sons of Liberty crowdfunded Civil War documentary web series. I spent all day Sunday out on a boat where we retraced the path of the 2nd South Carolina Infantry, African descent, a USCT or U.S. Colored Troops regiment. This regiment conducted a raid up the Combahee River, and the operation was led by Harriet Tubman, the first U.S. military operation to be led by a woman or a black person. I got quite a bit of sun because, like a fucking dumbass, I didn't put enough sunscreen on my face, so yes, that's why I was wearing those obnoxious Macho Man Randy Savage glasses, trying to hide the red shit all over my face like fucking Mr. Krabs. But it wasn't going to work, so I'm just going to do it the regular way. So instead of doing another political rant video, I'm going to do something different, as I do from time to time. Recently, one of my videos went a little more viral than normal, and evidently it either got shared in some MAGA space or it just started populating on MAGA For You feeds, because I definitely try to game the algorithm. So today, I'm going to respond to some of those comments and a few non-MAGA comments. And for those of you who are only here for the political hot takes, I hate to disappoint you, but the Sons of Liberty channel content is very diverse. Yes, most of it is somehow rooted in politics, but not all of it. Sometimes we do live streams. Sometimes our White Rose and Whiskey Leaks partners cross-post video content. Sometimes admin Doug and I talk about military shit. Sometimes I talk about historical shit. Sometimes I talk about musical shit. And sometimes I just absolutely go off the rails and into left field where I do shit like dunk on idiots and the MAGA clowns that end up in my comments and people who stumbled across my channel not knowing what the hell was going on. So this video today is going to be me reading the mean tweets type stuff that end up in a few of the videos over the past few days. Remember how in almost every video I say that neither this channel nor its comment sections are a safe space for certain kinds of people? Anyway, I'm going to spend a little time having some fun with these comments, and if that bothers you, probably stop watching now. For all you brand recognition purity people, this is probably going to make you unsubscribe, but that's okay because I'm not getting monetized. First comment from Dusty Dix. Bro, that's gross. Go take a shower. Anyway, Dusty commented that I'm a Trump nutbag, which tells me that Dusty rolled up on my video, saw the name in the title, and didn't even watch the first minute of the video. Dusty, you dumb shit. Y'all don't be like Dusty. Be smarter than to comment on a video before you watch it. Next comment is from Diana, and also Captain Green Thumbs. Up front, this one is not a malicious response. These comments and variations on them is not me dunking on them. Just let me put that out there up front, considering the whole tone of this video. Okay, what do you mean by woke? Woke means awake. Don't you want to be awake? Etc., etc. So this is in reference to something that I say at the beginning of most of my videos about how I tend to piss off some of the super woke crowd because they get the mistaken impression that they're not complicit in helping Trump into office and I'm just going to ignore it. So first of all, if you didn't vote for Kamala Harris because Palestinians or whatever, you're a fucking idiot. Like, I get that you're mad about a politician not doing exactly what you want them to do, but if you thought that Trump was somehow going to be a better solution for Palestinians than Kamala, despite the fact that Palestinians made videos urging you to vote for Kamala, you're a fucking fool who no one should ever listen to ever again. That level of ideological purity is why we're getting fucked right now. Secondly, some folks are so woke that they need to take a nap. Woke means to be aware of and attentive to issues of racial and social injustice. I'm 100% down with that. But if you're co-opting wokeness to use it as a cudgel to beat people over the head for stupid piddly shit, that's super woke. Go take a Benadryl, Karen. Speech and culture policing, where you critically examine under a microscope looking for the most piddly shit of the most piddly. Companies engaging in woke washing or woke capitalism, using progressive messaging for profit without making genuine societal contributions, going to extremes with social justice concepts, white knighting and taking on the offenses that are suffered by marginalized people to make you feel good about yourself. That's what I mean when I talk about super woke leftists. There's no other fucking definition. Now you know. Next comment, Lord Flyer of Dragons or some shit. Just turned out to be a commercial about yourself. Where's the information? Well, Lord Flyer of Dragons, you fucking nerd. Apparently I can explain it to you, but I can't understand it for you. Maybe go watch some of the other content on this channel. There's like hundreds of videos. Watch the About Us video that's pinned on the channel. Same thing with Muzzle Blast 1911. And with a name like that, I feel like you need to learn about OPSEC, bro. And if you don't know what OPSEC is, I've got a whole ass video on OPSEC, or Operation Security. I'm going to link that right there. Anyway, go get on the Sons of Liberty Discord and get your Fam of Liberty role set up so that you can be part of the community that is actively organizing and building networks to protect ourselves and our loved ones and our tribe. Get involved in that community so that eventually you can get vetted for Signal, which is a more secure platform that we use beyond Discord. Next comment, Af Walker, circa 1921. I'm so sick of the posturing and meat-wad alpha males. Yeah, right on. Me too. Good thing I'm not posturing or describing myself as an alpha male. In fact, I mock alpha males because most of them are beta followers. Anyway, I don't even subscribe to that alpha beta shit. Next comment from Laurie Polden 6594. Blah, blah, blah. Standing on a YouTube channel getting paid. Yada, yada, yada. Getting paid. Blah, blah, blah. Getting paid, etc., etc. You want money. Yada, yada. Let me correct you on a couple of things, Laurie. First of all, I don't get paid to do this. My channel content cannot be monetized. I tried. Second, I built an organization with over 8,000 members in under a year that is organized into regional and state chapters. That's not even counting the thousands of people that follow us on social media. Maybe before running your fucking fingers over the keys, you might have done a little research first, you dumb shit. Next comment, Daniel Healy with a string of numbers. I don't listen to people with Viking ink. Aw, well, aren't you the most virtue-signaling, useless person I've ever seen in my comments that wasn't a MAGA clown? Remember what I said about super woke? This right here is it. I mean, yeah, I'm peripherally aware that there are a couple of racist assbags that tried to co-opt and adopt Viking tattoos, but A, I'm not a racist, and B, I'm from Scotland, where Vikings had a significant impact on Scotland, both through raiding and settlement, particularly in the Northern and Western Isles. Whilst initially driven by plunder, they established lasting settlements that left a strong cultural and linguistic mark on the regions that they occupied, and a lot of Scottish people have Viking ancestry. Anyway, I'm not letting a small pack of dipshit bigots culturally appropriate my heritage. And anyway, I've had this tattoo since before those fuckfaces. But okay, go off, Daniel Healy. Let me know how that works out for you. Actually, don't, because I don't fucking care. Fuck you. Next comment from Horrido666 or Orlido, something, something fat, something, something can't take care of himself, something, something eat a lot of food. Bro, food's not the only thing I eat, laughing boy. Ask your mom. Anyway, I walk around my neighborhood and do about a mile, usually 3 to 4 times a week. I'm also at the gym picking up heavy iron and putting it back down, also 3 to 4 times a week. Do I got a little bit of a belly? I sure do. That just means I can fuck your mom longer, bitch. Next comment from Roy Barnes. Nobody cares, MAGA forever. Well, Roy, you sure cared enough to leave a comment, the same as the over 1,000, almost 2,000 people who've left supportive comments on that single video. And if nobody cares, then why is my subscriber count approaching 90,000? Pushing hard for 100,000. Anyway, your boy Donald Trump is in the Epstein files and has been a longtime friend and associate of both Jeffrey Epstein and his girlfriend Ghislaine Maxwell. So admin Tim316 says get fucked and die mad about it. Hashtag not sorry, not sorry. Next comment from Catface Skrillex Dumbass or something. I don't know. This guy forgot to take his hormone pills. What? What does that even mean? I don't care. Anyway, maybe so, but I sure as fuck didn't forget to leave your mom $20 on the nightstand so that she could call an Uber after I gave her the business. Let her know I'll be over later. Next comment from Stephen Newell 79. Oh, what? I fucked that. I didn't even read it. Next. All right, this one is from Tikirky Jacking Off Fahugu Gods. Yes, that's a strong bad reference. I'm so leery of agent provocateurs. Okay, first of all, it's agents provocateur. And second of all, me too. I'm also leery of people whose YouTube handle is a string of gibberish. The fuck, bro? Did you just have a vowel movement or something? Next comment. Jock Ogle or fucking, I don't know. You must be related to Shrek. Ask your mom. I gave her the big ogre last night. In fact, tell her I'll pop round later to pay her the rest. Chum. Anyway, next we've got Douglas Brandon calling me an absolute douchebag. Aw, absolute triggered snowflake. Thank you. Next comment from Leland Garbledy Donk Donk or something. How do we know you aren't working for the government trying to get us out in the open by working on the paranoid of the bunch of patriots? Well, first of all, Leland, this isn't a Blue Anon conspiracy theory channel, and all the paranoid in the bunch of patriots are already MAGA supporters and QAnon cultists. But yes, Leland, I am one very long persistent psyop. The government knew in 2015 that it would run Trump again in 2024, so they sent me to create the Sons of Liberty 10 years ago to go deep undercover and shitpost memes and write rants for the last 8 years until last year when it magically somehow made my truck rant videos go viral with their government magic. Anyway, if you believe that I work for the government and was trying to lure you out like a paranoid weirdo, then nothing I could say would convince you of otherwise. Next comment from the all caps Reeves. This racist motherfucker is like brown-eyed taco boy, you're not white, taco SOB. So first of all, it's your with an apostrophe. Second of all, look at you really trying hard not to call me a racial slur. Or maybe you're just too cowardly, you little bitch. And last, but best of all, none of that mattered to your mom last night when I spackled the insides of her cooter with my baby batter. So tell her I said I'll be over later tonight. Also, go clean your room, bro. Dang. Next comment, the west face of some gibberish bullshit I'm not going to try to pronounce. Dude, what's up with your hair? I was eating your mom's ass the night before and I made her squirt and I didn't have time to shower before I had to cut this rant video, so I just kind of reversed something about married it. Next comment, 2 minutes in and it's going nowhere. Just like my cock in your mom's mouth. Maybe you should teach her to suck because you've clearly got that part down pat. Music lover, oof, F9. Last one that I frequently get, so frequently that I'm not going to drop any screenshots, are the ones about whatever shirt I happen to be wearing, like this one. Usually my DD214 shirt, my Sons of Liberty shirt, my Sons of Liberty hoodie, some other related shirts like my Chinga La Migra shirt or my Accomplice Not Ally shirt. A lot of comments are something along the lines of, I love that shirt, where can I get it? To which I will generally reply, if I can, I'll reply something like, this shirt is available in the Sons of Liberty merch store. The link is almost always in our video descriptions unless it's one of our sub 2-minute short videos. You can follow it and go find it there. That is my time for today. I've got to go out and spend my George Soros money that George himself paid me for doing this video. I'm going to go buy a metric fuck ton of aloe vera and see if I can get this sunburn to go fuck itself. Big Sarge out here. 2 claps and a Rick. Join or die, fam. 1 team, 1 fight. Woo!
And now it's time for the Throatpunch!